Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 24th of July. So stay watching. There might be a message here for you today and we'll just see what comes up. Now, firstly, I'm getting Germany. So auf Wiedersehen, if there's anyone out there that's German or lives around there. I feel like you guys are going to be the experimental guinea pigs here. I feel like that you're going to be the trial ones for the universal jab. We all know they're trying to create this universal jab that covers all the vaccines and it's going to have to be trialed. I do feel like Germany is going to be the start of this universal jab rollout. I don't think people are going to be happy about it either. I think you might start to see that there'll be people standing up. People are kind of becoming against these things now. This has gone on for too long. And now they're just being hit with more and more and more. And I am getting that for Germany, that you could be the first ones to do these trials. So we'll just see if that comes to fruition. Let's see what else we get today. I do get Britain. There's a lot of changes happening in Britain. I keep talking about the changing of the guard. And Britain has a lot of this cultural... It's very honourable to be put into a high position in Britain. It's very well respected. Even if it comes about, as we know that the person who's got it sort of already knows they've got it. But they take that on board as a very honourable position. And so, of course, it strokes their ego again. And that's what I'm getting for Britain. It's a bit of a man-made process is what I'm getting. It's funny how the little people don't have too much say in these things, do they? They seem to just be taken out of everybody's hands and put into government's hands and trust. So I'm getting that for Britain. Britain really takes pride as a nation. You're very proud of your nation. Sadly, it's changed so much over the years that it's caused this weakening of and I guess you could say the monarchy, but not just the monarchy, the weakening of society, the weakening of government. And it's really starting to feel like people in Britain, like they're very lost. There's this, because there's this reconfiguration going on, of society, of the parliament, of the leaders. I'm definitely getting that for Britain. It's creating this weakening of people's, and it's this weakening of people too, like people's souls. And the people in Britain, I'm just getting that they're not feeling strong on the map anymore. People always like to identify themselves as British. You know, it was something to be proud of, and I feel like now, not everybody, but I feel like some people over there just see their parliament and their government and their countrymen, and that it's just become this big joke, that there's all these memes and people are taking the piss out of it, and it's almost like people are actually a bit embarrassed about the way that they're being perceived now, and that's starting to become really obvious to the little people. They're losing that pride because there's that weakening of the government and the monarchy, and there's this. It just doesn't give people that support anymore. They don't. Little people and the people just don't feel supported by their government, which is pretty much a global thing, but they're definitely feeling that in Britain. Now, this is just general. People are hiding their finances now. People are getting wiser to all of this, and it's funny, isn't it, how money wakes people up to what's actually going on. But people are starting to hide their financial situations now. I know a lot of us here have got a lot wiser, as in we've started to probably, I would say, remove a lot of our money out of the bank. I know in Canada that you guys definitely would have, but I tell you what, we are thinking about it here too. I mean, we have a business, so we have to have a certain amount in there, but we certainly look now at putting it in other places because they're starting to freeze bank accounts. Now, if you're aware, anyone on my channel would be, in China, they've actually frozen people's long-term deposit accounts and things like this. So we know this isn't just Canada now. This is starting to filter out. Of course, you would expect that to happen in China. So people are standing up, and there's an uprising in China about where's their money going. Is government taking their money? Well, high probability that government's taking their money. Penny's always barking. So we're definitely getting that. People are starting to become concerned, and this is how the information starts to get out and get back to people, because they're worried where their money's going to go, and government is actually starting to take it. Penny. Sorry, guys. Shh. So that's of a big concern to a lot of people, and that's something to really be aware of. I talk here a lot about maybe going and doing some research and watching some financial gurus and getting some tips. I've talked about silver and gold, how that's a very good tangible asset that you can take into your future. And I'm not great on the crypto and all that sort of Bitcoin and all these currencies that are coming out. I'm not brilliant. I know, John, you've probably got more of a clue on that than I have. But those areas can be quite confusing unless you know what you're doing. So if you're a fairly basic financial person like myself, you've just got to look at the ways and means that you can simplify your life financially, and that's about not going into huge amounts of debt, which I always say on this channel. I'll see if there's anything else today, but that's something to really think about, is if you've got term deposits. I know it's all sounds great when interest rates are going up, that you'll start to get interest. I know for a lot of self-funding retirees and that it sounds good, but going forward we have to be really aware of these things can sort of crash at any time, especially the way governments are trying to take control. I'll just see if there's anything else today. God, I'm getting New Zealand, I'm getting Jacinda Ardern. Oh, she's a piece of gear, that one. She's a very self-righteous, very cunning, she's a real manipulator. She's a real manipulator in government. She knows how to get people and coerce them onto her side and onto her team. She makes out she's got the best interests of the people at heart, but we know that she hasn't. We know that there's a much bigger plan and a bigger picture rolling out. And she's no different to all the other leaders. She's wanting to take people down because, of course, they want to come in with their rescue packages and their plans. So I'm definitely getting that for New Zealand. You're tough over there, though. I do get that. You guys, you will stand up when it's needed. People in New Zealand stand up when it's needed. They won't sacrifice a lot. And that's that real warrior inside. When we think of New Zealand, there's that real warrior energy. You're very tough and you're very strong and you're very bold as well. I'll just see if there's any closing messages today. The guides are just saying it in quotes. Don't give in to tyranny. And they're coming hard and fast. We know these tyrannical dictators are coming hard and fast at people. They can't get to us. I've already told you about that, how we're off the radar now. They're not interested in us because there's nothing they can gain from us. Because we're not complying, we're not doing as we're told, we're not falling for their traps, we're not signing up to their ridiculous packages and things they're offering. So they're not interested in us. So their target group is going to be the people who they think they can still get hold of and start to mind manipulate. Like I talked about yesterday, there's subliminal messages they're going to start to try to put out. So I guess that's something positive we can take today, that they're still not interested in us as much as they might still try and vilify us, which a lot of them do. It just doesn't affect us anymore, and that's a really positive thing. That's how far that we've come on our journey. We've come a long way. It's that detachment, practicing detaching from things and not getting caught up in that narrative anymore. And we're still standing our ground. It's showing me that we've got our hands on our hips. We're in this really good, stable position. It's like when you're doing karate or something, or some sort of kickboxing or something, you have to have a really good stance and a really good center of gravity. I've talked about that before, and that's what the guides are showing us. We've got this very good center of gravity now, and this is that balance of mind, body, and spirit. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Wow, finally we've found some balance in our life. Oh my gosh, it's only taken 3 years, hasn't it? Look, I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend out there. They're just some funny little predictions and tips that I've had this afternoon. I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notifications as well, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye from Australia. Bye.